everybody, I'm Ellen, Director of Programming here at Progress Performance, and today we're going over the row progression. So most people will start with a TRX row just because it's body weight, it's easier to focus on control, and you get to work on a little bit more core with it. So with the other progressions, it's easier to get a little lazy. So this one's a good place to start. So with Joe, I'm gonna have her lean back against the straps. Her feet are gonna be a little bit in front of her, just so she's not at a full stand at the top of the row position. And then go ahead and pull towards your rib cage. The cues here, shoulders down and together. So I really want that back pinching, like you're gonna pinch a quarter between your shoulder blades, and controlling the descent, making sure we're not scrunching up as we're pulling. So go ahead and do a row with your shoulders pulling up, Joe. See how it kind of pulls her forward, rotating forward a little bit? So shoulders down and back the entire time. That's control. If it's easy, just walk the feet closer into the base of the rack, and that'll increase the difficulty a little bit. If that's pretty easy for whoever you're coaching, go ahead and start them onto some dumbbell rows. So once you move on from the TRX squat, we'll go to the chest supported row in the position that Joe here is in. So face down on a bench at a slight incline, so they're pretty parallel with the ground. Just gonna go ahead and do the same movement that she just did on the TRX. Pulling those elbows really high, focusing on drilling those shoulder blades down towards her hips. What you'll find here is when people start to get pretty heavy, they will be rounded forward as they're pulling up. And then you'll kind of see this movement here. You can't get the shoulders back as much as you're wanting. So if you catch it, tell them just to raise their chest off the bench a little bit and then pull those shoulder blades together pretty tight, controlling the movement down. It's easy to get lazy with it, so keep an eye as people are progressing to heavier weights. And from there, if you need to get it a little bit heavier and they're exceeding the dumbbells, you can load up a barbell, but not many people will get to that point. So if you don't have a bench to do your dumbbell rows on, we can give you a couple other options of what you can do. We're gonna start with the bent over row here. So Joe has her 2 dumbbells. She's gonna sit her hips back, kind of like the RDL position that we were working on in the deadlift video. And then from there, she's doing the same exact movement that she was doing with the chest supported row, making sure she's maintaining this neutral spine. It's easy on this one also to let the chest just tip forward. So keeping tall, hinging those shoulder blades down and together. And that's the bent over row. The other option you can use would be using a flat bench, just single arm row. So Joe will put one knee on and that same arm on the bench. The other leg will be straight under this hip here, and then she's just gonna pull that right arm up in that same rowing movement, making sure we're tall in this position, neutral spine. Resist the urge to rotate as you're pulling up and use momentum. So lock that position in, pull that elbow nice and high, and good to go. That is our coaching progression for the row. You can regress and progress as necessary. Just refer back to this video, and if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask whichever other coach is on the floor with you.